Ahoy, yes, SWABS! Captain Jeff the Pirate here, at chair to service. Welcome to Captain Jeff Reviews and Questions, another episode of Adventure Time. Today's episode, Chips and Ice Cream. The episode opens with Finn, Jake, Bimo, and a bunch of bunnies, children, all watching this little puppet show. And the puppets be named Chip and Ice Cream, and of course, respectively, that's the only thing they say. Chips, chips, ice cream, chips, ice cream, ice cream, ice cream, chips. Oh boy, it's gonna be an all episode. Arrrrh. Anyway, so Bimo, he be loving this, but Finn and Jake, they'd be like, So after the performance, the guy asks someone if he wants to be invited over to our house for dinner, to which Bimo gladly accepts the invitation. And it's asked in a very creepy manner, so of course, foreshadowing, but no one pays attention to that. So at the house, Jake the dog be eating chips and ice cream, and he be sitting right across from the gentleman's name be Marty Rogers. And when the moon shines in, he says, I now cast this curse to have chips and ice cream, who are the imps possessing my ears, possess the guy across from me who be eating chips and ice cream. So the imps transfer, goes from his head to Jake's head. He yells, I'm free, and quickly jumps out the window to escape. So now Jake has chips and ice cream stuck on his head. So Finn just tries to ignore him, and so Jake has an idea. He'll just cover them up so they won't bother him. Anyway, Jake seems very relaxed with this. He doesn't seem to be too bothered by the curse. He only has to set him outside just to get him to stop talking. While they're outside, they sing, and Bimo thinks it's such a beautiful song. The next day, Jake just goes to the market to pick up some food, and while he's there, he's at the market, and next to him be Marty Rogers. He sees chips and ice cream, screams, be like, no, I'm not getting cursed with those things again. I am out of here. And runs back and hides in his tray locker. So he be hating those things. They've been ruining his life. Yet, as the episode progresses, we see he starts to be missing them or having conversations with sock puppets he puts on his head that look like chips and ice cream. So something be wrong with this fella. Anyway, Bimo's been listening to Chips and Ice Cream talk, and he figures out they be talking in some language where somehow everything they say is just only the words chips and ice cream. But it's driving Finn crazy to the point he's like, we gotta get rid of these two somehow. So Bimo has an idea. He has Chips and Ice Cream sing again, and it brings back Marty to the house, where he looks inside and sees everyone just having fun. Or so it would appear. So once again, he actually decides to put the curse on him because he misses chips and ice cream. But as they begin to transport back to him, Bimo traps them in a jar, stopping the ritual, and then releases them outside. According to Bimo, they've been wanting to be free, and this was the only way how. So then they are freed, they go flying off into space, and they reenact part of the ending of their show where they just fly around and are enjoying the world. Much to the dismay of Marty Rogers. And that's how the episode ends. Alright, this is one of the strangest episodes I've been seeing. Now, and I just had to point out the biggest plot hole of this. For the entire time, we'd be seeing the episode as us, the viewers, but if we were Finn and Jake, or Bimo, or the twins, we'd have no idea that Marty Rogers would be missing chips and ice cream. So, how did they know, we'll just have this song, we'll have him sing the song, and he'll instantly come back, and we know he'll want them back, and that was how we'll free chips and ice cream. Yeah. The story really took it right there. Now, normally some of this thing doesn't bother me if the episode be good, but I just wasn't enjoying it. I mean, Jake was just ignoring this. Wasn't really affecting him. Finn was actually being annoyed by it. And I think Finn pretty much represents the rest of us viewers. Oy. Yeah, so this episode, you don't have to worry about seeing it all. In fact, I'd be giving the episode Chips and Ice Cream 2 medium thumbs. Yeah, so while it is not the worst episode I've ever seen, it was funny and it held me attention. There was the big plot hole, and I didn't like it. I didn't hate it, but I also didn't like it. So like I said, I'm right in the middle with this episode. So if you see it, So if you see it on demand, and if you missed it, don't worry, you didn't miss too much. If you're interested to see just how this works out, then watch if you want. I've seen worse episodes of Adventure Time, believe it or not, but this wasn't. So this one, it's close to the R. Alright, that's all the time we have for this episode. So until next time, this be Captain Jeff, reviewing and questioning Adventure Time. Saying thank you for watching, and as always, Arrrrh!